What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Afterburner. Game 82, final game of the season. It's the makeup game with the Kings. It was pretty close there for a bit, and the Flames just fucking turned it on. 5-1 victory. Saw some new kids in the lineup tonight. Pretty exciting. Couple first-time goals for a couple NHL debuts. We'll get to that. Bet365, the world's largest sports betting platform. Open an account today with Bet365 and bet on a huge range of markets. Download the app today. Use the code NATION when you sign up. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Proceeds from our super chat go to Youth Centers of Calgary. Youth Centers is a place where kids are welcome and accepted as they are, a place where they get a break from the chronic stress that is a reality of many of their lives and can flourish through connection and fun. Donate to the kids tonight, folks. It's your last chance of the year. Get your chat or your question or your comment on the screen. All right, man. Flames were officially eliminated on Tuesday. We therefore get to see 4 NHL debuts: Zane Parekh, Adar Sunyev, Hunter Brzustevich, Sam Morton. Why don't we open it up with that? Give us your quick little rundown on these four players.
What is the tagline for Bet365? Never ordinary?
Never ordinary.
It's never ordinary with the Calgary Flames anymore with Zane Parekh. Because holy smokes, was that an unreal? That was a great debut. That was awesome. So
that was awesome.
We've been clamoring for Zane. We've been whining about on Twitter to see Zane earlier. I feel like
there's zero upside.
I feel like there's some upside.
According to Eric Francis, zero
upside.
You
can see there's some upside.
There's a bit of upside. Let's be honest. There's a bit of upside.
That was an awesome debut. I believe this is the first time. I saw Pike tweet this out earlier. The first time ever that 4 debuts in one game for the Flames. There's been a lot of three debuts, never a 4. So it was cool that they worked out the logistics of the rookie lap. I was curious how they
got their own individual lap, and then they all came out and took a shot on net together. It was great.
That's pretty sick. So exciting times. But we all knew kind of what we were looking for from Zane heading into his first NHL game, and you saw it, right?
I've only seen highlights of this kid. I've never actually watched him play a hockey game before. Super impressed. I think all the hype is real. It's warranted. All the scouting, like this kid can skate. He's got the footwork. He's got the vision. He's got just the way he moves the puck up the ice. He's crafty. He's silky smooth. I can't wait to watch a full season of this kid.
He's so good. He's just as advertised, right? And I mean, right, that's what we were all thinking, right? Everyone's like, well, the jump from junior to the NHL is so tough. Like, how's this game going to translate? Well, I mean, when you have skill like that and you can do the things that Zane Parekh can do, that translates to any level. I mean, he made that. We'll get into it later, but you saw flashes of it. So obviously we knew what we were looking for from Zane. I mean, with some of the other guys, I thought Brzustevich had a really good game. He probably looked the most comfortable. I mean, he's the guy who's, Morton's played a year of pro hockey, but Brzustevich played a year of pro hockey. He looked comfortable. He looked really good. I heard Connie talking with, just doing a quick interview today, just kind of breaking down what he was looking for from all 4 of these guys. And, he's looking at Brzustevich as a guy who, struggled a little bit to start his AHL career. I admittedly haven't watched a lot of Wranglers hockey since earlier in the year, but that was kind of a thing going on. Earlier in the year, he was struggling to put up points, trouble finding his footing there, but he's really turned it up a notch in the latter half of the year. And Connie was kind of throwing out like a guy, like a progression and a player type of like Rasmus Andersson, comparing him to Brzustevich, just the way he sees the ice, the way he plays, his impact on the game offensively. But he did say, he said Brzustevich, he thinks has, a little more vision, a little more maybe intelligence on the ice than Rasmus Andersson. So it was great to see him just slide right in, just fit like a glove on that backhand. I thought looked really good. Didn't look out of place at all.
He was part of the Lindholm trade last season, right?
Yeah, he was from the Elias Lindholm trade, the trade that keeps on giving, the trade,
the absolute fleecing,
the absolute
Craig Conroy
gold mine by Craig Conroy, where he just gutted the Vancouver Canucks and turned it into 20 different players. And then with Morton, he's a guy, college guy, 25. I'm surprised we haven't seen him this season already. Just based on his age, based on how well he's been playing in the A. I think he's been playing with Roy Cairns a lot this year. So I've had kind of been wanting to see him for a while because he's 25.
Yeah. I got to see him at the prospects camp in Penticton to start the season, and he was definitely one of the standout players. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even as a guy who was older than the other guys, he looked really good. You can tell he could be a pro player. Dude, totally. I think it's awesome he got his first goal because, I mean, all the hype is obviously on the other three guys for sure. They're younger, there's flashier, and for him to score his first goal was absolutely awesome.
That's awesome. The family was going nuts in the stands. Yeah, you love to see that. Sam Martin was a free agent signing out of college. Adar Sunyev was a third-round pick, one of the picks we got from the Toffoli Sharon Govich trade.
Yeah, and I thought Megan made a good point on the broadcast. When you're a defenseman, because Sunyev maybe didn't have. It's one game. We're looking at one game. You could see he's got offensive instincts. She said it's maybe a bit tougher when you're a guy like that in your first game, trying to do too much when your game is, all about shooting and scoring. Essentially, when you're a D-man, you can just you're going to touch the puck a lot. You're going to have a lot of touches. You're going to get your ice time. As a forward coming into your first game, it's kind of hard to really get down to business. But you can see the upside on him too. And again, Conroy was talking about him today. Conroy likes these comparables. He was saying he had an interesting one, I thought, which I think is kind of true. He was talking about a comparison, not to Matthew Tkachuk as the player all around and, everything that encapsulates Matthew Tkachuk, but just the hands and the shot. Chucky kind of has that deceptive shot and his ability to tip pucks and kind of be creative down low. He said Sunyev's hands kind of reminded him of Chucky. So, dude, it was awesome. It's crazy. I've been feeling a lot of things. I know it was kind of down in the dumps after they were officially eliminated against Vegas, and we were all kind of feeling we're going to finish ninth again. This sucks. What are we doing? We're circling the drain of mediocrity once again. And then all these kids are playing, and I'm I'm hyped up again. And then during the game, I'm getting pissed off that we're not we're playing so well and that we're going to have missed the playoffs with 96 points.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I'm feeling a lot of things right now, but I think what I'm mostly feeling is I can't wait for next season, man. Holy.
I think that's an important game for Zane to showcase himself. I mean, if it did come down to this final game to make the playoffs, we might not get to see him. He's one of those tricky situations because he can't play AHL next season, right?
No, so he's either back to junior or with the big club.
So I think that was a great showcase game for himself. He showed he can skate in this league. He can move the puck in this league. All the rhetoric when he was sitting out for 3 or 4 games there was a potential defensive liability. I thought he was great defensively tonight. He had a lot of nifty little moves in his own end behind his own goal line. I don't see him having too much trouble adjusting the game, even on the defensive end of things.
When you're that smart,
he's brilliant, dude. You can skate
that well. There's really maybe his frame isn't, because that's maybe what you kind of hear about the defensive side of the game, physicality.
Fuck, he laid out Coleman tonight.
Yeah, he absolutely decked him, eh? Just freaking plastered him. But when you're that smart, he graduating high school at 15, obviously that doesn't mean you're a great hockey player, but you can see how intelligent he is. And he made a lot of great little defensive plays tonight with his stick. He knows where to be. He knows where to go. I'm not. There's,
even bigger than I was expecting too. I don't know if you noticed that, but
yeah.
He sizes up fine out there. It's not like he's a small player at all.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about the size and maybe a bit of a strength.
When this guy fills out when he's 25, 26, fuck man, it's gonna be a beast.
Well, dude, somebody posted the you just kind of forget how young some of these guys are and how they beef up just kind of in those lean years. Somebody posted just a screenshot of Brady Tkachuk versus when his first season versus now, being ready for the playoffs, and it's just night and day. This guy went from
monster, almost as big as Keith.
Nah, nobody's as big as Keith, dude. Nobody's as big. Keith could eat the entire Calgary Flames hockey team. Or the Brustevic's dad is built like his stepdad is built like a truck.
Looks like fucking Dave Bautista. We got a picture of him to put up with.
That guy,
just a monster.
Man, oh man, what does that guy bench? I really want to know. But it was awesome.
Let's throw the lineup here to start the game off. Obviously, where does everybody fit in? They got Sunya with Kadri Klapka, Hunt, Morton, and Lomberg on that fourth line, and then Perek with Ball, and Brustevich playing with Bahal. Vladar gets the start. I was a little bit sad not to see Dustin Wolf get a chance at time Vernon's record. Vladar played great tonight, but I thought it would have been cool if Wolfie after the season he just gave this team was given a shot to tie that record.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed. I was really looking forward to that. I don't really understand the decision making behind that. Like, obviously Vladar played great. He's playing for a contract. You could tell he's like, I'm getting a contract this summer, guys. But it just seems a little weird. Like, you're 1 win away. Can we not get to that milestone? So again, amongst the things I was feeling, like this has been me the last 72 hours. I'm like, I'm
all season long. That's been
super down, and then I'm mad about Dustin Wolf, and then I see the kids, and I'm back in again. And yeah, it's been a season of feeling things, man.
Before we get to the game, let's throw this little housekeeping item. Ryan Pike tweets out. I'll let you take this one.
Well, I just thought it's good to clear up who can go where with the Wranglers, because I know there's always there's a lot of weird stipulations, but obviously Morton can go back, Hunt can go back, but he's got to clear waivers. Klapka can go back, so all of them can join the Wranglers for the playoffs. Parekh and Brustevich. It'd be cool to see Zane play in Calgary with the Wranglers. The guy who can't join the team who plays tonight is Sunyev because he signed his contract after the trade deadline. I think that's how that works. So just so that's clear. So Parekh, it's so insane that Parekh, he can join the Wranglers now, but he can't next year. Next year he has to go NHL or OHL. So it's kind of stupid.
All right, let's get to the first period. The Flames get to face former teammates in David Rittick. Why I should change myself.
Why I change.
And the Kuzmeister. Just what? These are probably the two of the most classic characters we've had on this team.
Classic characters and coming in clutch tonight, reminding us of some of the frustration, right? I know Rittick had a lot of good moments, but that's kind of the Rittick we remember.
He kind of fell apart there in the third period.
Yeah, and Kuzi was invisible.
We got a real quick look at Zane, some of his defensive ability here. Is the first shift of the game, a 2-on-1, he breaks up. I thought he did this perfectly. Again, it's funny coming in because all the talk was defense. But yeah, like I said,
Well, listen, if you want to go like Elite Prospects has a great, I think this is from last year, but still it remains. Just in some of their draft coverage, there's like a 10 or 12 minute little YouTube compilation. I think the title of the video is like why Zane Parekh is actually like good at defense. And just kind of like shift by shift kind of highlights some of these things that you might be worried about in the OHL with his defending ability. It's just a really good video to kind of break it down.
Well, like you said, the combo of the foot speed as well as the hockey IQ, I'm just not worried at all. His second shift, he joined the Rust, intercepted a stretch pass. The third shift, nice long pass up the ice. I think we got a clip of this. Yeah, Parekh pass there. He seems to got a knack for moving the puck up the ice quick.
Tape.
I mean, a lot of times you're watching the Flames just like, man, fuck, always passing to each other's feet. This is just this is a laser right up the ice, right on the stick. He did that a few times tonight. Just showing lots of really, really good flashes. We got another highlight here. Sunyev brings the puck into the zone. Little Sunyev highlight on his rush here.
He looks exactly like Sean Monahan was my thought.
I think it was the same shift he got burnt one-on-one though, eh? Did you see that? Vladar had to make an unreal save. It was kind of like a 2-on-2. The guy walked right through Sunyev, but things you'll learn along the way. Flames go up onto the power play. Zane's not on PP1. I don't understand this at all.
Yeah, throw him out there. Why not?
Everybody's waiting to see him. I mean, the game means absolutely nothing. The power play is stunk to high heavens. I mean, it cost you the game at Anaheim. I just don't see why it wasn't on PP1. You see him on PP2. Again, some good vision on there. We got one highlight of another. Yeah, where is it here? Parekh shot, I think. Yeah, it's been
pretty much all night. I'm just because he manipulates the play there. Like he's moving his feet. He's like changing speeds. Like that was a great encapsulation of kind of like what he can do when he's attacking the net. Like he just gets away from that guy just with some nifty footwork and a change of speed. Like it's so fun and great to watch.
Dude, and this is making the transition from junior to the NHL. Yeah. Like imagine 4 seasons under his belt.
No, dude, imagine 2, 3. Like, man, oh man. It's just you really get fucking excited about this kid when you see him do stuff like that.
He was having a great time, man. Just
dude, he's vibing
all that night. We got a clip of him vibing on the bench here.
Just vibing to Kendrick Lamar, like Bro.
What's the next step for Zane Parekh in order to allow him to continue
that's
on a
awesome,
trajectory?
Man. He was laughing with the players all night long. He just enjoying every moment of it. It was great to see.
Well, man, he's got that Chuck, he's got that magnetism as a player, as a guy, as a character. Like, man, oh man, to have this kid as one of our franchise players, it's pretty sick.
I kind of felt like he was the best player in the first period. I don't know about you.
He was maybe it's because I was like I said,
watching
every shift
him the
he
whole
was on
time,
the ice, I was
like,
like, where? Oh, there he is. I mean, he definitely. Well, that's the thing with these skilled guys, right? Like, they just do things that other guys don't do, and
you're not used to seeing. Like, I'm not used to seeing him ripping lasers up the ice or on the guy's sticks. They're like right past the defender.
You're not used to
see that all season,
dishing and then cutting to the slot and tipping in goals, right? Like, it's just that's why you notice these guys so much, because they make plays that nobody else makes.
First period stats. I know Bruce Devitt had a good first period.
Well, he had a good game overall and a great first period. I think shots 9-2 with him on the ice in the first period.
That's what you said, yeah. But with Bruce Devitt on the ice, the shots were 9-2 in favor of the Flames in the first period.
Yeah, that's 5-on-5, so pretty good, especially considering the Flames. It was a pretty even margin, 11-10 shots after one. So I thought he had a really nice first period. Well, a nice game, but.
Parekh and Brustevich led all Flames in ice time in the first period. I'm not sure how that panned out through the duration of the game, but I know the Sportsmet made a point of that. First intermission, Connie came on. Like you mentioned, he was shocked that the team ends up going into tonight with 94 points, now 96. That's not good enough to make the playoffs. Like, you're almost at 100 points and you're out of the playoffs. We can throw these standings up now, Yasmin, of where they finish in the league. Do we still have that?
This one's for Pat. Somebody said in the chat. That's one of my favorite sound bites of all time.
So they finished 15th overall. They got more points than Jersey going to the playoffs. They got more points than Montreal going to the playoffs. Connie,
5 more points, not just more points too, like considerably more points.
I think Connie was mostly disappointed that he felt the guys just deserved after the season they put forth. They worked their balls off. Like, basically, he said from the charity golf tournament to kick off the season, everybody was like, no, we believe in ourselves. Everybody was, across the league projecting these guys to go finish bottom 5. And they did. They battled all season long, and they probably did deserve better. I mean, they finish their last 16 games, they go 14-2-3. That's crazy.
I think it was 11-2-3 in their last 16. 11-2-3. Yeah.
Oh, 11,
which is insane.
So
like
12. Okay, yeah. So 11-2.
That's insane.
Still a great finish.
And I mean, like, we've said this, right? Like, I think everybody said this. Like, barring St. Louis, like, coming back from the dead and going on this miracle, like, it was just an insane confluence of things. And yeah, I know they blew some games. They blew a game against Anaheim that they had to have, and they blew a couple other games down the stretch versus like Vancouver and Seattle, and obviously the Oilers. But it's just like, if St. Louis doesn't get on this demon-possessed run and also consider all the bullshit goal calls we had called.
Dude, even one of those goals, you get one more point.
It's just crazy that they still didn't get there. Like, it's the most Flames thing ever. It's just like pure pain, right? It's like you couldn't. I said in the last Afterburner we did, it's like, we need a miracle to get in, but I feel like the hockey gods have like a biblical a pain of biblical proportions cooking for us. And I mean, it kind of almost was, because that night where you're down to Vegas and then you come in, and then like Minnesota looks like they're going to lose and you're going to have a chance, and then they blow it. The Ducks
20 seconds left. Yeah.
20. We're 20 seconds away. It's just madness, dude. And then to finish with 96 points. They're the first team since 2018 to finish with 96 points and miss the playoffs.
Does Connery make Leslie look small, or does Leslie make Connery look is Connery that big?
My question was, how did Leslie get from, I guess maybe he pre-taped the Sunev interview. Well, he probably couldn't, because it was during the interview. Did he have to book it from ice level to the rafters to get to Craig? Because he went from Sunev to Conroy real fast.
Did they clone Leslie?
I don't know what was going on with that.
Maybe there was Leslie 1 and 2.
Hey,
all right, let's throw this.
2025, man.
This was really cool to see. I think Justin from Flame Central See Red Central. I can't remember his handle on Twitter, but he shared this. Mark Messier had some high praise for Zane Parekh after the first period. Beautiful skater. Some players just have the it factor. I couldn't take my eyes off him. Keep an eye out for him. Wow, what a player, dude! When Mark fucking Messier is saying this about you, I mean, this is awesome.
Well, it is true. He's kind of that mesmerizing player, man. If you watch him play in
I couldn't stop watching him all night long.
I can't wait. That's what I said. I can't wait for next year to start because I can't wait to watch this player play. And I mean, it's been cool to see Wolf do what he's done. But ever since Johnny left in free agency and Kachuk hasn't been here, I mean, maybe even less so Kachuk, like mostly just Johnny. Like it's been, you're watching these games and they work hard and they've had some good stretches. And I mean, Kadri makes some great plays once in a while, but you never really have that guy who on a nightly basis, you're going to the Dome and it's like, I'm going to get a show tonight. And exactly. You see Zane out there and you're like, the next 10, 15 years are going to be fun, dude.
Yeah. Derek Newman Group of CIR Realty, buying or selling. Let Derek do the work for you. Email at dnewman@cirrealty.ca or call 403-619-6661 or visit dereknewmangroup.com. Complimentary in-house home staging consultation, accountable and available. Whether it's your first home purchase or you've bought and sold several, he will take the time to understand your goals. On the selling side, we'll do a pre-listing consultation and help you every step of the way with a comprehensive marketing plan, detailed analysis of other comparable homes in the market, ability to find homes off market and go the extra mile to hunt down options for buyers. If you're interested in buying or selling your home in the greater Calgary area, call Derek at 403-619-6661 and he'll make it easy for you. Let Derek put his network to work for you. All right, second period, more Parekh using the net and skating. His skating is just phenomenal already. Makes a quick little breakout pass. We got a clip of this. Things like that, man. You're just like, that's what you notice. You're just like, oh, fuck. You see a D-man making those types of passes this season? I mean, Uyghur's pretty good at it, but this guy, like you said, it's going to be fun to watch.
He should keep 89 as a number, I think. I think that's sick. I think that's got way more aura than 19. Although he is the worthy successor to 19. So
Kadri scores his 34th goal to open the scoring.
Song or something.
Probably still thinks he plays for the Flames. The Ball had a monster hit. I don't think we have a clip of that. Kings go on the power play. That first power play, man. Vladar was standing on his head. Like their first PK unit was stuck in there for almost like, I think, a minute and 40 seconds. They were gassed.
Bro, Vladar was like I said, he's playing for his contract, for a sub 900 career NHL goalie. He looked like Dustin Wolf in that net tonight. Holy crap, dude.
Parekh takes a tripping penalty. The Kings power play again looked dangerous. Hopefully they keep that going into round one. Flames kill it off. Second period stats, I mean, it was still 1-0 going into the third period. Then the Flames just fucking floodgates opened up.
Yeah, Kings, was pretty close still. I think shots were at 5-on-5 or 6-2 for Calgary, but high danger chances 4-3 for the Flames. So like they're still playing really well, right? Yeah. So pretty good little period for a team that's got four guys making their NHL debut.
The second intermission, they had Bruce Devich on. The guy, he just seems like a beauty, hey? And then the Calgary Flames social media account posted a little interview with his parents. We got a clip of them, or just a photo of him. This is what you're talking about, man. His dad is fucking a unit.
Dude, is that Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy, or
is that Dave Bautista or what?
Can we get that guy heading up our fitness or off-season training department? Holy shit, brother. He is built like a barn.
Just a monster.
Man, oh man.
I'd like to see him next to Klapka. You could probably he could stand in front of Klapka. You wouldn't even see him.
Yeah, put him next to Leslie and we'll see.
So I don't know if you had a chance to watch this, but his parents told a really cool story when Bruce Devich was a little boy. No hockey influence growing up, nothing. And then one day they were driving past a hockey rink and Hunter's like, "What's that? What's that building?" And his mom's like, "Oh, that's a rink. You can either go figure skating or play hockey there." He's like, "I want to play hockey." And he's like, "Okay, well, you got to learn how to skate for it. It'll sign me up." And ever since then, he's just he had a few skating lessons, and the instructors were like, "This kid has like he's got natural talent," and it's just that's how the story began. I thought that was pretty cool.
The lore of Hunter Bruce, the lore of Brucey boy, eh?
Brucey boy.
Brucey boy.
All right, Origin Brewing and Malting Company. The Hiltons are a fifth generational family farm and have been growing the highest quality barley in the world for over 40 years and use the highest quality of that barley to grow Origin beer, blending tradition and innovation for a truly unique experience that proudly celebrates Alberta farmers. We grow beer, homegrown lager, Mexican lager, Pioneer IPA, Lazy Days Haze, Hazy IPA, Rockford Raspberry, Prickly Pear Guava Ghost, Backdraft Red Ale, Last Post Brown Ale. Origin offers oh my lord. Origin offers
almost there,
$5
bro.
local delivery on any order over $50 or more within a 50K radius of downtown Calgary. Place your order on Origin's online store at originbrewing.ca. Click the shop button and browse through our selection of quality craft beverage and merchandise. And now the OC, Origin Calgary, the Origin brand continues to grow. In addition to their malting brewing faculties, Taproom in Strathmore has now opened their new brewery in Taproom in Calgary. It's easier than ever to sit down for a pint of Origin or take home cans, growlers, even kegs for yourself. Located at 643 28th Street Northeast, and of course, still growing strong at 60 Spruce Park Drive in Strathmore. All right, third period, Vladar makes another great save. The Kings were kind of buzzing for the first few shifts there. They hit one off the crossbar. Then Perek draws a penalty with his own. Another boring PP1.
They should have put all the kids out there on a power play. I wanted to see that.
Breckwood is kind of showcasing a bit on PP2, just the breakout, right? Because if he was doing his job, he was lugging it up the ice and giving the guys easy entries, but just really no time to set up at all on the power play tonight.
Yeah. I want to see power play 1 next year with Zane. That's my number one thing I'm looking forward to.
Vladar made a great 2-on-1 save, and then shortly after that, we got Morton's first goal, first NHL goal.
Flame to score in his NHL debut since Marty Pospisil. Old piss missile.
Shortly after that, what a sauce pass from Hunt.
From Dryden Hunt.
Yeah, this was magic. This is the Kadri goal.
Words you never thought you'd get the playoffs. That's some curse shit right there, man.
Is this just the Jake Ottinger curse we're still paying for? Or
I don't know. Take your fucking pick of the curses. I don't know how many there are at this point. There's a Weidman curse out there. There's the Ottinger curse. There's the I don't even know anymore.
If you're listening to this and you don't know what the Ottinger curse is, it's when we couldn't score on the guy. There was a bunch of fans doing some devil worship.
There's like a Reddit witchcraft thing going on Reddit.
Yeah, don't open those portals.
Don't do that.
Folks.
Don't do that.
Never a good thing to do.
And I mean, think about what's happened to the team since. I mean, that's really. I feel like that's where it all started. Was that Ottinger when you're fucking around, when you're screwing around with devil worship and satanic rituals like that's you can track it, right? The whole team.
You can track it. Just dismantling. It wasn't
Chuck leaves.
It wasn't McNeckbeard. No.
And then Huberdeau has the worst drop off in NHL history, and the whole team falls apart. But hey, it did relieve us of Brad Living, so maybe it was worth it.
We got Zane Perek out of it too.
Yeah,
so.
Maybe it was. Maybe the curse is finally lifting.
Coronado had a couple great shots. He was buzzing a bit there in the third, and then Zane Perek.
Is it like what kind of? Have you ever seen a defenseman score his first goal like that? Low slot. What a smart play, dude. And then again, the smarts to do that, the smarts, the skill to that's still a tough play to be able to kind of feather that. That's a feather tip.
Yeah, 100%.
Just have soft hands. Like fuck, dude. The brains, everything was on display there. And like I said, have you ever seen a defenseman score his first goal? Have you ever seen it? How many defensemen score goals like that? Let alone that's your first NHL goal. That's crazy.
That's awesome. I posted the view from behind the net. I think that was my favorite angle of the goal because you can just see the deftness of just angling the stick perfectly and it just goes shelf. Like that was fucking money.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Like beautiful. It was hard to realize that it was him at first, and then we just were watching it and we're just like, holy fuck, he got it. And it was just goosebumps, dude.
Yeah. Well, they were saying it was Coleman that tipped it.
Well, yeah, it was a little confusing, but
John Abbott and I think Megan Mickelson were like, oh, Coleman, who?
Coleman
So,
guy?
yeah, then you're like, fuck, it was Parekh. Good, awesome. So this is the Sportsnet set you were talking about. Sam Morton and Zane Parekh, first teammates to score in their NHL debut since Hurricanes Mike Zigomanis and Thomas Kirka.
Old Kirka and Zigomanis, right? Well, I mean, if they can have careers like those guys, we might be in business.
Right after this, there was a little flourish, and then Vladar got caught, and it was the Kings guy had a wide open net to shoot at. John Abbott said that Vladar got a piece of it, but I kind of don't think that he did. I mean, he did just say Coleman scored the Parekh goal, so I don't know if I trust his eyeballs on this one. We didn't get to see the replay on that because Backlund scored on the same shift, makes it 5-0.
Yeah, see, at this point, you can light up the Kings, and the Kings didn't have all their guys in, but they probably wouldn't have anyways. And you're just sitting there, and you're just hearing all these stats about how the Flames have 91st team since 2018 and missed the playoffs, 96 points, 5 more points than Montreal and New Jersey. It's just like,
first team since when? 2016?
In 2018. I think Montreal missed the playoffs with 96 points. So, boy, oh boy, that's frustrating. So,
boy, that burns my gears, eh?
It just grinds my gears. It burns me right in my butthole, dude. It's just like sticking a hot. What are those things called that you stick into a fire? The poker, not a poker.
Hot dog poker.
Not a hot poker in my butt, that's for sure. But I don't know what it's called, but that's what it was like.
Ristevich takes a penalty. The Kings score on that one. We're not even going to bother throwing we got the Kings goal. I guess we could throw it on there. We'll throw it on.
Yeah, why the hell? Why the hell not?
Why not? Yeah, Asman did all the work to put it up there. Might as well put it on.
Scorer for our team?
Was the anchorman there?
Oh, was that a first NHL goal? Maybe I didn't even pick that up.
Okay. Must have been. Well, good on the kid.
Good on him.
I don't think they mentioned that.
I was being a dick.
So the Kings break the shutout. Hunt almost scores on the Kucherov. He had a little break.
Was it an intentional Kucherov or was it Dryden Hunt?
And that's the hockey game.
Bro. That's your game. Vibes are great, although you're still really absolutely kind of pissed off. It was good. Even though I'm still pissed off with the playoffs. It was kind of like that 22-23 season where, it really sucked getting eliminated in the Nick Ritchie shootout debacle. But then you just kind of let out a big exhale because the last game of the season they played San Jose and you got to see Dustin Wolf get his first win. And Matt Coronado played and he had a really good game. So it was kind of like that. So a really good way to end this season.
So start loading up the chat. Let us know your overall thoughts on Zane Parekh tonight, Dustin Wolf season, the Calgary Flames season as a whole. Keep an eye on there, Mikey. There's no road ahead, but we'll do the Platinum Mitsubishi take. You look into the playoffs, I guess. But Platinum Mitsubishi, Calgary number one destination for the upgraded 2025 Outlander, the refreshed flagship 7-seat vehicle from the Mitsubishi Motors. 2025 Outlander features the first ever vehicle audio system provided by the industry leaders at Yamaha, and new for 2025. It is also the only vehicle offered by a mainstream manufacturer to include a brand name audio system from the base model all the way up to the top of the line. Other new features available: brown leather seats, ventilated cooled front seats, standard 12.3-inch touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Get into the best back cars in the country with a standard 10-year powertrain warranty at Platinum Mitsubishi, 2720 Barlow Trail Northeast here in Calgary.
The chat is being spammed. Okay, I feel like I was a religious listener to the old morning show with Boom and Pander and Rhett, and they're spamming it with a 55, and I feel like I'm totally out of the fucking loop here because I don't remember that being a soundbite. So someone explain to me. Like I'm a boomer or I'm like a Gen Z guy.
I do believe I saw them recently do the 55 thing.
I'm sorry. I feel really out of the club because I should know what that means. But
all right. Well, somebody's explaining that to you. Breaking news coming in from Bet365, where every nail-biting overtime is a win is a barn burner. Every face-off, hat-trick, power play, shot on goal, penalty shot, and every suspenseful minute in between is amazing. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. an official partner of the NHL. Download the Bet365 app today and use the code NATION to get in on the game. Must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly. There's obviously no anytime goal scorers. I think they announced tonight, first two games are Saturday night. But we're going to throw up here. You're picking the Florida Panthers to win the Stanley Cup.
Damn straight, dude.
$25 wager nets you a nice little $187.50 return. It's a pretty safe bet.
Picked the Panthers last year. I came out in the preseason. I was like, Matthew Tkachuk winning the Stanley Cup this year. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He came through, saved us from disaster. So thank you, Chucky. So I'm sticking with, hey, call me a cuck for cheering on my favorite player who left our team. Don't care. I love Matthew Tkachuk. Ride or die, Chucky, baby. I'll sit in the cuck hotel room chair and watch Florida play and cheer for them.
Yeah, I'll sit there with you.
Damn right I will.
We can be cuck buddies.
Absolutely.
As long as they're beating I don't want to see them beat the Oilers this year. I want the Kings to beat the Oilers.
We want the Oilers long gone. We want the Oilers long gone before they get to the finals again. I was explaining this to somebody earlier. They were like, I still haven't recovered from that like June. That summer like broke me into my cortisol is still, I wake up having night sweats like Oilers can win the cup in game 7. I'm like, oh, it didn't happen. So I can't deal with that again. They need to be taken care of swiftly by LA. Holy shit, bro.
Yeah, you are, for listeners, another breed of like Oilers hate. I don't think I've ever met anybody that hates the Oilers as much as you do. I had to literally text you up to date. You couldn't even watch the final 5 minutes of Game 7. Couldn't do it. You had to go for a walk.
Yeah, I wasn't watching.
You were afraid that your reality was just gonna, a wormhole is gonna open up, and you're just gonna be sucked into another freaking dimension.
Darkest timeline. I was radicalized as an anti-Oiler hater at a very young age, so it's like it's hard to shake that, dude.
Just a radical.
Yeah.
Matthew Tkachuk's ready to go. Brady's ready to go. Dude, I'm low key. I think Toronto and Ottawa is gonna be a fucking great series.
That's going to be awesome, dude. I can't. Well, okay, as much as I'm an Oilers hater, I'm a Brad Living detractor as well. So I hope Brady brings his A game to take care of the Leafs, because we don't want Brad winning anything, man. That cannot happen.
Okay, let's get to the chat. Do we have any
Just
super
throw
chats
some
tonight?
shit. Hey, what did you like about the season? What did you hate? See, fuck, dude. Like someone.
Tyler C. Jack, I'm willing to do 55 for 15555 tonight for the kids. Yasmin is producing tonight, not Jack. I don't even know if you have the 55.
Jack will probably refuse to produce when we're doing this show because it's just too much cursing. He's gonna lose his fucking mind if he hears our voices. I can just see him just like our voices in his head as he slowly goes crazy. Just like fuck, fuckity fuck, you know? And it's just like, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Thanks for the super chat, Tyler. Anybody else? Yasmin?
Summer of Zane, I like that.
That's the only super chat.
All right.
That's it, eh? $7 for the kids tonight. We can do better than that, folks.
I remember
we were like 40 last week.
It's for the kids. It's for
the kids.
I need a break. What is the tagline? A break from the daily stress of
you need to just, in Ace Ventura, when he dresses up as that little kid and does the Make-A-Wish thing, you should just put yourself in that for a week. Get some.
I need a break from the daily stress in my life for sure. Not having to go through this excruciating roller coaster every single night watching Calgary Flames hockey is true. Summer is going to be nice and relaxing. So as long as the Oilers don't go on another run, man, but holy shit.
All right, I'm combing through the chat here. Let's get to some hockey talk. Parker Price, we need to trade into a top 5 position. I don't care what it takes. Kadri, Rass, Honzik is a prospect I'd be cool to see go. Some later picks, etc. We need a Mesa or a Maritone so bad.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, brother. I mean,
you're not wrong, Walter. You're just a fucking asshole.
It's kind of what we need, right? Like everybody's like, oh, the vibes are great. The culture is great. Like we still need a franchise centerman here. So you hope Coney has the balls to, I think he does. I don't know. I go back and forth. anytime I see him talk, I feel better. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah, I'm the same. Sometimes just like, oh, I don't know. Except for when he said we believe in the group. All right, G Fountain IOC coming through in the clutch, and they're $5 for the kids. Thanks for the hard work, your boys. Thanks for listening, man. Or lady, I'm not sure what you doesn't have your sex on there, so just assuming.
I lost my audio, bro.
Oh, Mikey's freezing up.
Texting Yasmin right now.
I can still hear you. Can you hear me?
I'm gonna leave and come back. Is that okay?
Yep. Yeah. This is Mikey's. Yeah, do it.
Fuck, dude. So dumb.
We record every week, and this always happens. All right, let's get some chat. See, we can hear him, but he loses audio completely, so he thinks we can't hear him. But he should be back. Do a 4-hour show, so Scott Hall. Well, I don't think they pay us enough for that, Scott. All right, what do you guys take? Are the Kings going to beat the Oilers in the first round? Is this the year?
I am back.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So, yeah, we could hear you fine. It was just that weird thing where you can't.
Happens on our show all the time.
I was just
Really
telling them that. Yep.
Does Wolf, what are we talking about?
Does Wolf play even better if Perek takes the spotlight off of him?
Dude. There's no question about what Dustin Wolf's going to do. He's a stud. He's locked in.
I just asked the chat if the Kings have what it takes to take out the Oilers this season. We're getting a lot of Kings in 2, Kings in 3.
I don't know. Let's not get cocky, bro. Like, let's not get penisy here. Like, I think as soon as we do that, because that's the thing with the Kings, man. We got to be careful here.
They're kind of like the Canucks. They haven't been able to pull through and,
they disappoint you all the time.
And
listen, like McDavid, is kind of playing up this underdog shit right now. I heard him talking about how nobody expects us to win. It's like, what are you talking about?
Oh my, come on!
The entire behemoth of the entire Rogers sports company wants you to win, and Elliot Friedman's like, I pick Edmonton to win the cup every year until they do. It's like, don't feed me that, Connor. But you can see, if he gets into that mindset, and he's just injecting BioSteel into his veins every night and sitting in a hyperbaric chamber, focusing on losing last year, that's scary. So we can't put the cart before the horse here. The Kings need to take care of business, and I don't trust. 100%. I trust Vegas. Vegas can do it.
Colorado is Colorado going to beat Dallas? What do you guys think in the chat? Dallas has looked like shit the last 2 weeks.
The Kings better team. The Kings better not mess this up though, because, like I said, I can't handle this. If the Oilers have any kind of run, I will die this. I'm not even it will be the end of me.
You need a first round bounce for sure.
I need to go outside and maybe stop.
Gentlemaniac, thank you. $2.79 for the kids.
Nice.
Love it. Kids are feeling better after tonight.
I saw one here from Justin. Super chat.
After tonight, you think Zane would have been better down the stretch than Jake Bean? I thought he would have been better before tonight. So, yes, after tonight, that would confirm my suspicion.
Yes, he would have been. There's no upside, apparently, though. But I think
zero. There's zero upside.
Listen, what did they go in the last fight when he was here? 4-0-1 or whatever. So, okay, they win the games. My problem never was with Perek necessarily not being in the lineup. It was that everyone was telling me that he shouldn't be in the lineup.
Yes.
So
and you're stupid for thinking. You want to do your thing?
Thinking that actually, Jake Bean, who's on a 70-game pointless streak. Actually, you can't hurt his feelings by putting Zane Perek. I don't even the hate on Jake Bean. I'm not a Jake Bean hater. I actually thought he's been okay. He's not the worst thing you've ever seen for what does he make? Not even $2 million a year, but yeah, he should have been in the fucking lineup. Of course he should have been. Put him in. Have some balls.
Thanks, Justin, for the $8 donation for the kids.
No Heiskanen people are saying in Dallas. Oh, good job, Parker. Thanks
Price.
For the huge super chat.
Thanks, Parker. Appreciate.
You survived another season. What do we get here? It's I survived another season of Calgary Flames hockey, and all I got was. All I got was Zane Perek scoring in the last game. All I got was Brad Treliving chortling while he scratches his nuts while the Leafs go on a playoff run.
It's
What is
all
this, the
that.
third?
It's all that he's got like a yeast infection down there.
Yeah,
All
it's
that
all that
Boston
pizza.
pizza dough. I mean, you can't.
Third
blame
year in a
him.
row, the Flames are in the playoffs.
Chode on this guy. Shit growing.
This will be. Is this the first time? Yeah, it will be the first time since what? 09, 10, 11, 3 years out of the playoffs in a row. It's been. It feels like, dude. It feels like one big long. I don't know about you, but the last 3 years have just felt like one long year, dude.
Yeah. No. 100%.
It's been a grind, brother.
Okay, any more little playoff predictions you want to make? I don't know what else. We just.
I don't know. Dallas looks like shit right now, dude.
Yeah, Hunter was solid tonight. Agree. Guarwar.
Hunter was great. Hunter should be on the team next year. I think he, you know what? I thought he looked pretty good in camp too. Not that training camp is like a super great indicator, but
I'll ask you this because I saw this on Twitter, people talking about it. After what you've seen from Zane's debut, Hunter's debut, they're obviously going to be trying to make the team next season. If you're Craig, does that make it more of a thing to actually maybe shop Rasmus Anderson this offseason? What is the D Corps going to look like going to next season?
Well, I think first and foremost, the question that'll be on everybody's mind is what are they going to do with Zane? Conroy was on the radio today talking about, like, obviously I want him to play in the NHL next year because there's literally nothing he can do in the OHL next year.
Well,
and, you know, I've seen people saying, like, what if he goes to Europe? What if he goes, blah, 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 all this different stuff. He's going to either be in the NHL or the OHL. I don't see any other way around that. So Craig wants him on the team. I can't imagine there's any world this kid goes back to the OHL. So he can't, and he won't.
It's like an 18-year-old going and playing novice.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So he'll be here. I think maybe a guy like Brustevich. Like, the thing is, Brustevich is still young. Like, you kind of forget. I mean, even a guy like Poirier is still a young guy, and he's still around. They got Etienne Morin around. So there's still a lot of young defensemen in the system. Does it give you, like, incentive more to trade Rasmus Anderson? Maybe, you know, because I think that's kind of one of the takeaways from the Flames fire sale last year. Was like, because that's the thing you heard on the downside of, like, trading Lindholm and trading Hannafin is like, man, like, what is this team going to look like without those key pieces? And they were better. You were better.
Yep.
So I love Rasmus Anderson. He's had a really tough year. He's obviously nursing a nasty injury. He's a big part of this team.
You said that it's reported he was playing with a broken foot.
Yeah, I think you're going to hear over the next few games the next few days that something kind of significant injury is going to come out, which is always kind of funny too. I was thinking about this. Is like, we always like rip on these guys, right? Well, maybe not us, but a lot of people. Well, yeah, us. It's like, this guy fucking sucks. He can't even skate. Look at him. And then it's like, it comes out on garbage bag day. It's like he's playing with a punctured lung.
That's always it, eh? It's
two
like
of his years
final
were
4
off.
weeks of the season.
Yeah.
Where the fuck was he?
It's
Fucking
just
trade this
with
asshole. Yeah, he's playing with 3 broken ribs and fucking one of his eyeball fell out of his socket one night.
There's no feeling in either one of his legs or any of his. He's like the Black Knight in Monty Python. He's got no arms or legs left. He's still playing. Like, this always used to happen with Monahan, right? It was always like, Sean Monahan sucks. And then it's like,
yeah. He's going for 8 surgeries this offseason.
Yeah, Sean Monahan, just 8 major surgeries, both hips done. It came out. It's like, yeah, he's been walking around with a cane. He can't sit down on the bus, and he hasn't slept in 6 months because of pain.
Here's
and everyone's kind of like,
don't fucking make him play every fucking night.
Yeah. So it's like even Lindholm today with Boston. He's like, yeah, he's been playing through a back injury all year. So that's always crazy. But again, like, I think you take, because that was another thing with even Markstrom. I know there was a lot of consternation. It's like, how is this team going to be competitive when they lose, like Lindholm and Markstrom? And the young guys made up a lot of the slack, and you can take that principle and apply it to Rasmus Anderson. Like, I think people are too scared of what this team would look like without, like, and Anderson's a good player, but he's had a rough season. Like, I think you could probably make up for what he brings internally. Absolutely. And also get a haul for him. So that's what you should be looking to do.
We got another super chat from Aurelius. Highest level hockey you guys played?
Your mom's house league.
Mike,
no, you've played at a high level. I played minor hockey up until like 16, 17, 18. So
I played 3 seasons in the BCHL with the Chilliwack Chiefs.
You
fought fought Travis Zajac in a line brawl once. And
What's
then,
the story about who ripped that guy's David Jones? What happened to
David
his face
Jones?
or
I
something?
actually scored the series-winning goal against David Jones's team, the Coquitlam Express, first year. But yeah, our captain Sheldon Lee. That same series, David Jones didn't finish the series because if you ever notice, he's got like a massive scar on his face.
Yeah.
I was there when that happened. It was the most gruesome things I've ever seen in my life.
Yuri
Gross.
says you look like you were a shit kicker in AAA.
Yeah, put us some good efforts in AAA.
Oh yeah.
No, there was no fighting in AAA though. But I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. Don't like to. Only fight when I have to.
You don't like to muck it up. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. You're like Monahan.
I'd rather score the goal, All
Yeah,
right. Anything else here?
I don't know. There's just some talk about trading Kadri and stuff, and playoffs next year.
Well, Kadri's, I don't know, man. I mean,
I don't think Kadri's going anywhere.
He's the obvious one that would be the easiest to get something good back for after that season he just put forth. But I don't know if he wants to go. I don't even know at this point if it makes. I don't know. What would you do with Kadri?
I mean, it's really one of the more. I don't know. It's not even really up for just unless it's up for discussion with Kadri, which up until this point it hasn't really been. Seems like it's a no-go. He wants to be here, and he's made that clear, and he's got control of everything. So I don't know. Maybe like next year, because like the question just said, playoffs next year. Like I could see next year being a year like the year after they made the playoffs in 2014, 2015, where okay, that was the lull year where it was like, okay, now we're actually kind of what maybe more we're in line with, and they did finish. I think they picked. That's the year they got the Kachuk pick. I could see something similarly like that happening next year where it's like, okay, we are finishing bottom 10. And maybe then you say to Nas, like, hey, man, like, do you really want to, like, do you still want to keep, grinding this out on a team that's kind of like just missing the playoffs or significantly missing the playoffs every single year? Or even if you make the playoffs, like, you just kind of squeak in and maybe do you want to keep doing that for the last couple productive years of your career? Like, are you open to something? Are you open to going to Colorado? Are you open to going to Toronto maybe? So, I don't know if like I said this at the trade deadline. If I'm Brad Treliving or if I'm, and you saw how well Kadri played down the stretch and in clutch moments. If I'm a team wanting to win a Stanley Cup, I'm doing a full court press to get Nazem Kadri on my team. So I don't know why more teams don't push to get him. Maybe they do. I don't know. We don't know. But he's a guy who can win you a fucking Stanley Cup, dude. So I don't know. That's probably a discussion for way down the road. Obviously, like you have to explore trading him if it came to that because of the year he just had and what he could get you back and that he's going to be 35. Is he 35 already? He's getting there. I think he is. So it's
the offseason is going to be interesting. I mean, if you're looking at the debate is either do you move some guys and get even younger, and then maybe your roster's not quite as good, but you're okay with that because taking one step back for one more year might be worth it. Or do you want to try and get a little bit better, adding a few players in free agency? I mean, the question comes down to, can this team repeat what they did this season? I mean, they grinded all season long. Like they were playing playoff hockey since day one. Are they going to have the gas to do that next season? Are they going to be able to use the same fuel of underdog, fuck us or fuck Flames against the world, fuck everybody. We're going to make it no matter what everybody says. I don't know, man. Can they do that for 2 seasons? Like that's
pretty tough.
That's a grind because you really got to rely on a lot of skill to get you into the playoffs for an 82 game stretch, and then you get to work grinding to win the Stanley Cup. So I don't even know if they can pull it off again. I'm not saying they can't, but there's definitely a question mark for me if they're going to have enough gas to do this again. Like they did fucking battle their balls off for 82 games.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, even a lot of those guys who are doing that are older guys. Like, I don't know, we kind of keep expecting Backlund to like fall off a cliff. And I know maybe some people think he has. He really hasn't defensively. He's still freaking out there battling, grinding, heavy lifting every night. Same with Coleman.
Yeah.
It's like these guys are getting late into their 30s. I mean, Coleman's a similar guy with Kadri. Like, you go to him and be like, bro, are you really cool to like keep grinding it out every single night for like another 2 years? Like, are you really, can you do that? Are you willing to do that?
Or do you just add more young guys? Because you've seen like young guys adds energy to the room and is a little bit of an energy infusion. So maybe there's a sweet little perfect mix there. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's what you do is you try to bring in more young guys and try to. I don't think they're going to have a fire sale, but if you made a few moves in the offseason, I think you have to, but we'll see. I'm feeling
Learn something new. Shit kicker meaning generally tough to play against, not necessarily a fighter. 100%.
Yeah.
All right, Jer. Who are the Dome boys bandwagoning this playoff? Any top series to follow?
I'm glad you asked, brother.
First off, anybody the Oilers playing is who I'll be rooting for. Number one.
Anybody but Edmonton season.
I kind of like to wait until the playoffs start until I naturally there's a team I start to gravitate to. I don't know. The Montreal Canadiens are fun to watch. I think that Ottawa-Toronto series is going to be fucking awesome.
Ottawa could be a sneaky team to latch onto, right? I generally have I didn't have a no Canadian rule. So I hate this bullshit about the Cubs coming back to Canada. It's if it's coming back to Canada, it's coming back to the fucking Saddle Dome, bro.
Exactly.
Well, Calgary, probably not the Saddle Dome. Obviously, here would be my list in importance. LA, because they're playing the Oilers. As soon as the Oilers are disposed of, you can get rid of them. I think number two, I don't know. I go back and forth on this. I'd love to see Ovi get the cup. That's a good bandwagon. Jump on that. There's obviously the Flames.
Mangiapane.
You can always do your choose your own adventure with different Flames to follow. That's always a fun thing to do. I think obviously getting rid of the Leafs because screw Brad. I think Colorado, maybe, hey, here's a 5D chess move. If Colorado wins the cup, does that mean Cale Makar doesn't feel as bad about not resigning there in a couple years and coming home, right? Open the new building.
That might just solidify him wanting to stay there forever, dude.
Well, maybe he's just I paid my dues. I won you guys 2 Stanley Cups. I'm going to go to the new rink in Calgary, and it's going to be me and Zane, and we're going to run this shit for the next 5 years in Calgary. So those are some easy ones. But like I said, Montreal too, because Caulfield, I really liked watching play this year too. So
Trade Hirudo, in our group, in our game chat, I texted you one of my favorite things about the game tonight was didn't have to watch Hirudo.
I know, and I was wondering, why am I enjoying this so much? Huberto's not. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. He had a way better season, obviously. What did he get? How many points did he end up with? 60? Did he hit 60?
Yeah. And obviously he was maybe kind of banged up towards the end there, maybe why he tailed off a little bit because he didn't play tonight. Or maybe he was just got a sun break. Maybe he's got the senior. 62 points. It's his highest since his 115 points. First time he's broke 60 as a Flame. So
$10.5 million, eh? All right, man. Unless there's any more little chats you want to throw up, why don't you just break this thing down, season as a whole, and then we'll jump off this thing.
Somebody said something about I just want to talk about this. There's still, isn't there? Okay, I'm not looking this up right now, but there's still some, we're not free of the Monahan trade conditions just yet, I don't think. There's still some shit tied up with where Florida finishes. So Brad Living we still haven't released from his grasp.
If Florida gets out early, the Flames get a better pick.
I don't really know how that works. I'd have to double check that. I'm so fucking sick of looking at that Monahan trade pick.
We need Ryan Pike on here.
No, we need a fucking nuclear physicist on here. We need somebody at the UFC physics department to come explain that one to us because Brad cooked up the conditions on that in a drunken pizza coma, probably.
Oops. We're recording a podcast this weekend? Some point, probably, yeah?
Yeah, maybe.
Tuesday, maybe.
Hey, here's maybe
Monday we'll record. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see
it's a
how
long weekend.
Yeah, I need some time to decompress.
I don't know, man. You're gonna be jacked up after watching 3 nights of playoff hockey. I think
that's true. I just saw this. This is a good comment. It is a good chat to end with. Maybe the hockey gods shine on Calgary and the Vegas shits the bed next year because we got that unprotected pick, man. Hey, maybe it happens.
Unprotected.
Unprotected picks don't get thrown around too much unless you're Brad.
I don't see them get shit in the bed next season, but maybe Nomad. Maybe the hockey.
Did anybody see Boston doing what they were doing this year?
True.
And hey, I'll always remember Brad Living trades the first round pick unprotected to New York to the Islanders in the Travis Hamonic deal. And they end up picking 12 overall and getting Noah Dobson, great player. But if not for an unbelievable 4-goal game from Mark Jankowski on the final day of the season against Vegas, the Flames would have held the pick that Carolina held, which they'd have to send to New York, which won the lottery, which became 2nd overall. So, hey, we were this close to trading what became 2nd overall for Travis Hamonic. So, hey, maybe we could unprotected picks. You never know.
All right, man. Closing thoughts. Obviously, you get to see Zayd today. He looks unreal. Dustin Wolf had an unbelievable season. Excited, sad, mad.
I'm like
all of the
those
above.
Things, all of the above. I'm excited because Zane looks like a stud. Anytime I see Connie talk, he kind of restores my faith in him.
Yep.
You know, kind of sometimes I'm sitting at home stewing. I'm being like, fuck, we're going to be mediocre forever. Fuck, this team's going to finish 9th again. And then you see Conroy and you're like, oh, yeah, it's Connie.
I forgot he's 6. How tall is he?
He's like 6'2" or something.
I just couldn't. When him and Leslie were standing, I'm like, fuck, Connie looks like a fucking monster.
So I'm excited on that front. I'm obviously pissed we didn't make the playoffs because of 96 points. I don't know. I'm just, it's been a long season.
It's a mixed bag. Thanks for joining, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the entire season. I'm sure we'll be back doing afterburners next season. Go anybody but Oilers.